welcome to Multi-Poptural, multimedia, multicultural, and pop culture as fuck. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, as well as SoundCloud at Multi-Poptural. Don't forget the show is rated R for strong, shitty language, as well as some spoilers!
It is the Jadon.
I don't give a what you think, Jerry.
A.K.A. The Speculator, a.k.a. Stax Edmonds, a.k.a. Don Draper, a.k.a. Jerry You Musk, because I'm a broke-ass Elon Musk.
Broke-ass Elon Musk.
Broke-ass Elon Musk.
Yeah,
you gotta make a song out of that.
I got flamethrowers and shit. I don't know what to do with that.
All right, what's up? It's your boy, Jordan Brown, a.k.a. Doodoo Brown, a.k.a. USDA fresh.
You need your notes for that?
Prime meat. No, that one was actually not on my notes. A.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. should have aimed for the head. I'm done, Saba. You do this every fucking time. I know you need a second.
Robert
you need a second to take it in.
Taking it all in.
It is a lot.
That's what she said.
What's up, guys? Ryan Saber.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Captain Cleveland, Xbox Live, Mr. Sabertooth, Browns, Cavs, Indians, CLE till I die. Long live the king.
He's not on Fortnite.
This is Feliciano.
Peace to Mateo!
And I really can't go through these AKAs right now because I have a fucking helmet in my lap
Curtis Martin.
that is signed by Curtis Martin.
Shout out to Curtis Martin.
Shout out to the Hall of Famer Curtis Martin. And let me say that hip-hop is alive right now.
Yes, sir.
New Nas, new Pusha T.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And it's the old heads.
Yep.
New Post Malone.
No.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brian,
Puerto Rico!
a.k.a. B. Hearn, a.k.a. El Nino, a.k.a. Spanish for the Nino. Xbox, you might catch me on there once a month on Fortnite. And Jordan's shaking his head.
I thought you were getting PUBG, man.
I'm getting PUBG too. El Nino 29. If you actually find me on Xbox, congrats. And I'm
So
not
you
on
have
Netflix.
Fortnite because it's free,
It's
right?
free. It is
Just
free.
wanted to double check.
And it's more fun.
But
You
mostly
had
it's
your
free.
chance.
You lost, boy.
And you know how much shit I thought of after that chance?
well,
We will have a rematch
you
for that.
should have prepared.
Be
I'm
on the
gonna
lookout for the
fucking, I'm gonna
rematch.
fucking slaughter you, dude. I'm gonna take you out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Totally blew it. Totally blew it.
Yeah, but look how many people are still
We're
playing Fortnite.
hijacking B. Hearn's intro.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I mean,
I'm gonna give
this
a
episode,
goddamn about B. Hearn.
We are B. Hearn.
we are B. Hearn.
Nice.
This episode, we're going to be talking about some of our favorite cartoons as well as anime. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this off with the Vinny Chase of the group over here, Senor Jordan Brown.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Nah, no, you're Ari. You're Ari all day.
I'll take
Okay.
it. I'll take it.
Can I be Turtle?
Yes.
Okay.
First of all,
I'm E, and then I guess
I
J-Dot's
guess
going to be
I'm
Johnny
Johnny
Drama.
Victory!
I do not get that reference. But
You've never seen
what?
Entourage?
I've seen the movie.
Yes, we went to the movie.
It's the same as the show.
Well, I do not remember a single name except for Donnie Drama.
Well,
I know what it
Today,
is.
There's
I
a
know-
new AKA, Donnie Drama.
know
There
it's
you go,
Oh,
man.
write that
I
down.
love it.
Write that down.
Donnie Drama.
It's a good compliment. Vinny Chase is the star of the movie.
Donnie Drama.
The
You
star
got
of the
it.
show.
All right. Well, since we're talking about cartoons, my very first and foremost, my favorite of all time cartoon TV show ever made is definitely Futurama.
Okay.
I am in love with this television show.
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Fuck yeah. I'm 40% metal.
H.O. in Mexico.
Fuck yes, boy.
Yes.
Bender Rodriguez, Fry, Leela, everybody else is
This is
fucking
good
amazing.
writing. Such good
Oh,
writing.
dude. It ended, what, 11 seasons, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think it's 11 seasons.
I'll check that while you're talking.
Thank you, buddy. Either way, I still think it ended too soon. Like, fuck, I mean, okay, so Family Guy's funny and shit, but like for me, Futurama was just more geared towards me, and like it's my brother and I's favorite television show. My brother,
it's Skylar's favorite show?
yes, my brother Skylar.
Now I'm interested.
my brother Skylar Look up our band.
Isn't that the name of your band?
It is the
14
name of our
seasons.
band. 14 seasons. I was-
99 to 2013.
Oh, there were, as a matter of fact, 11 seasons, but 3 of those were movies. So
Made for TV
Cartoons
movies.
do that, right? They'll
they do.
count their
They do.
movie
They count
as
it
a season.
seasons. They sure do.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
they sure do.
I mean, Wikipedia and IMDb say that.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
you
on
said-
Wikipedia now. So
So
it
anyway,
must be true.
Futurama's the best. It's the humor. It just gets me. It's funny. It's less stupid than I feel like Futurama or Family Guy is. I'm drunk. I feel like it's just less like, for lack of a better word, mentally challenged.
I heard that. I said,
Retarded.
He's the
I
hall
said it.
monitor this week. I love it.
I said it.
mentally challenged.
So okay, so moving on from Futurama, I could talk all goddamn day about it, and I know no one wants to hear me talk all goddamn day except for one person.
Put a poplar in your mouth if you're here for Fishy Joe's. Sorry.
Yes, that was a good episode.
That's
That was
my
an actual
favorite episode of Futurama.
I think my favorite episode was the dog episode. That made me
Oh my
cry.
God, the heartstrings.
Yeah, man, that shit
Oh.
made me cry. No joke.
If you're not familiar,
So am I still going? What am I doing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
Talk
fucking
about
yeah.
your anime, man. You're the anime guy.
All right. My anime. You're right. I know someone here is going to talk about Transformers, right? Word. Okay, cool. So I'm
Was
gonna,
that even a question?
Okay, I'm gonna skip over that shit. I mean, my intro noise is. So I mean, that's pretty good.
How'd that go again? That was more like creaking. In a
Creaking
house.
woods. Cool.
Jazz, you're dying.
No, I'll just go ahead and take my headset off and go fuck myself real quick. If you guys
Don't
don't
worry,
mind.
Robert's gonna edit all this shit.
No, the fuck he's not, because this is hilarious.
This is gold.
All right, so speaking of anime, I do watch a shit ton of anime, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15 things that I need to say.
I was like, yeah, this show's supposed to be half an hour, bro.
No, I'm kidding. All right, so my favorite anime of all time is Full Metal Alchemist. It's
right.
which, Brotherhood is actually more true to the manga than it is to the because they came out with Full Metal Alchemist, and then later on they came out with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Right.
And Brotherhood is more. It's pretty much the same show, but the way they've put it together, Brotherhood, they've added tiny little things and taken some things out, so it's more true to the manga than it is with just the regular Full Metal Alchemist. Anyway,
Did I see a live action Full Metal Alchemist
You
on
did.
Netflix?
And you know what?
How is that?
A lot of
I didn't
people
watch it.
wanted to
Yeah.
fucking
I saw
hate
it.
it.
Okay.
And I watched it because it dealt with one of my favorite episodes of all of the entire series, and that was with I forget everyone's name because I haven't watched
That
it.
episode.
Because you love it.
Because I love it so much. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but I mean it was. Let's edit that shit out. I'm just gonna fucking.
He
move
knows
on.
what to do.
All right, so yes, the movie was really fucking good because it dealt with one of my favorite episodes. I won't go into spoilers.
Spoilers ahead.
You guys couldn't see the wink, but there was a wink.
Oh no, they
We're
can't.
on video.
All right. Oh yeah,
There's
you
a
can.
wink.
See,
What's up,
wink at the
bitches?
camera. Wink at the camera.
Not like that. Wait,
With your left eye.
No, with your brown eye.
I've been doing that nonstop, buddy. So, anyways, my next favorite anime is or that, at least that's streaming right now on Netflix is One Punch Man, because it's fantastic. It's hilarious. It's just they beat the shit out of each other. It's just something else. It's someone who's too overpowered for anime, so they obviously they gave him his own, but he knows he's too overpowered. We don't know why he's so strong.
Right.
He literally punch it just as the name suggests. He kills every person, no matter how strong or how like threat level, with one punch. Like that's how strong he is, and he's not known by everyone in the anime world of that world.
So he's like Mickey from fucking Snatch. The pikey.
Yeah, okay. You stay until the
Dags,
job's
you
done.
fucking pikey.
You stay until the job's done.
You like that?
Yeah. So he gets upset. He's a hero for fun. Like,
Periwinkle Blue.
it's from my mind. Proper fucked.
Proper fucked.
Okay, enough about fucking Snatch for everyone who hasn't seen it.
Great cartoon.
Spoilers ahead.
All right. Anything by Studio Ghibli and Miyazaki is amazing. Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away are my two favorites. Attack on Titan is a great anime if you're trying to get into anime because it's deep. The first season's 25 episodes long.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a season where it just raises more and more questions, and you don't really get any answers. But the action is so over the top, amazing that you're hooked.
Oh, I mean, the first 5 minutes of the show, I remember watching it for the first time. I was like, "Holy shit, I'm gonna get hooked on this."
It's something else, buddy. It is something else.
The Titans are scary as shit.
Yeah.
They're so terrifying. It really puts you in there. Like as soon as one comes around, you're like, ugh.
Something about the too many teeth. The too many teeth, it just freaks me out. I can't.
And their blank, happy faces.
Right.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think that's the scariest shit about them.
And their nakedness. I don't like naked people.
wasn't a locker room
and
guy.
just my last one, Fooly Cooly on Adult Swim is it's one of those anime. Jesus Christ!
I even tried to hold
every
that
fucking week.
Oh, mine's been coming out the other end. But
This segment brought to you by Peroni.
it'll give you gas.
It'll get you drunk.
So, anyways, yeah, like I was saying, Fooly Cooly on Adult Swim. It's just advertised as FLCL. And it's just one of those animes where you just have to watch it, and things will happen, and you'll just be like, I guess this is happening now. Like,
Wow, that is a great description.
anyone who has watched
Things
fascinating.
are happening.
Natural progression of things.
Exactly. Anyone who has watched the show will be like, that's actually a very good representation of how it happened of that show.
He ain't lying.
So, okay, do you want me to try and describe this to you?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I'd rather watch it.
Yeah.
Because it deals with a little boy
You're gonna go ahead and
pulling a
try
bass
it.
guitar out of his forehead, which is the weapon of the
So
This
that's
is
like
why
you.
you love
So it's you.
That's
It's
like you.
So it's you.
Little Jordan Brown.
Oh my god.
Little doo-doo.
It just hit him.
Did you just put that together?
Actually, he doesn't pull a bass guitar out of his head.
Oh,
So
now I
you
don't want to
made that
watch
up.
it.
I lie to you guys every day.
At least every podcast.
Yeah, I'll be there
Oh, son.
Yeah, I'm not gay.
every day.
Yeah, I'll be there.
We want to take the opportunity to shout out one of our sponsors, Gate City Growlers. They have 20 taps. They specialize in small North Carolina breweries and specialty craft beers. Working with the little guys since 2015, guys. Please stay local. Take care of the local shops.
Saber, what about you, man? Let's,
it's my turn?
Yeah, let's switch it up a little bit.
So the way that I'm definitely not as versed in cartoons and anime as some of my counterparts here. So the way I kind of broke it down.
I'm your counterpart?
Yes. My colleagues.
Cohort?
My colleagues.
Cohort. I like
I broke it down sort of in cartoons that I enjoyed specifically when I was a young man, a child,
A boy.
a
When you played Fortnite.
kid, and things that I liked when I was an adult. So we'll go this route. So as a child, my number one cartoon that I was into was the X-Men animated series. It
Excellent.
was 3 seasons. It was on Fox and started in 1992. That was my first real experience to like comic book superheroes. From the show, just a huge fan of Wolverine and Gambit ever since, to the point where, Wolverine's probably my favorite superhero.
They were both so hardcore on that.
In that show,
They really
yeah.
were.
They were fantastic.
But it's funny because a lot of the stuff, that they did on that cartoon series is what they transferred to the movies. Like, they had a whole Days of the Future Past arc and the whole 9 yards. So it was a really good show. And it was ahead of its time, really.
Yeah. Agreed.
Pro Stars. Does anybody remember Pro Stars?
Is that the one with Michael Jordan?
Oh,
and Wayne
it is
Gretzky
the one.
and Bo
And
Jackson?
Bo Jackson. Yes. So Pro Stars was on ABC in 1991. They had one season. It was 13 episodes. Yeah.
Was Wayne Gretzky in it? Too?
Yeah, Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, and Bo Jackson. So they would do like live action sequences at the beginning,
Right.
and then the live action sequence would like transition into like the story, the animated story. It was really awesome. And then Thundercats is it's my favorite cartoon. I know Matthew also loves Thundercats, so I'm not gonna get too in depth into it. But I did not watch Thundercats on TV because it was on in the mid '80s. It's a little before my time. It started in '85, so what I watched was like going to Blockbuster Video or things like that. I would rent.
That is a very old-fashioned statement.
I would rent. Yeah,
Blockbuster was the shit.
Yeah, I would rent.
We all still have our Blockbuster
the
cards.
videos, and I love Thundercats.
You do.
Honorable mention.
I do. Ooh.
For all our young fans out there, and for our older fans who haven't seen it, Rugrats on Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Great show. Honorable mention number 2. Captain Planet. He's our hero. Gotta watch it. Right. So, and as an adult, 2 big ones here. King of the Hill. King of the Hill on Fox from 1997 to 2010. It was 259 episodes.
Damn it, Bobby.
From Mike Judge.
Damn it, Bobby.
Same creator as Beavis and Butthead. It was briefly the second longest running animated series in history. So a little fun fact. Hank, Peggy, Bobby, Luann, all the folks, very funny and just well written. It was a great show. And then probably the most important animated, and it really is anime, is Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
There we go.
Agreed.
Many iterations of Dragon Ball and the Dragon Ball series, but this one is my favorite. I used to watch it in college. On Cartoon Network in the afternoon. So it was on in America. This Dragon Ball is from Japan. It was on in America in the early 2000s. Obviously, it's still on today on a number of different channels. But the Dragon Ball Z iteration of Dragon Ball originally ran in Japan from 1989 to 1996. I love it. It showed the progression, from Saiyan to Super Saiyan and really beyond with Goku and Gohan. Just a really good show, good character development. And I think the most important thing here is I never rooted for anybody. Like, I've probably never even rooted for LeBron or the Browns the way that I rooted for Goku and Gohan during the Cell Saga. Like, when they were going against Cell, like, it's crazy. So
even my final four.
Yeah. So love Dragon Ball.
That noise that he made, his no legs, is like
Yeah.
pew.
So yeah, that's my favorite.
Sorry,
no, we're
everybody.
good. We're good.
Good.
Nice.
Very good.
Who's next?
Matthew, you want to go ahead and go?
Sure.
And then Jade on to me.
Let's see.
You gotta be safe for
I
last,
just have to
don't you?
mention it because I know you're going to touch on
I'm
it.
going to go quick.
He-Man,
Yep.
Masters of the Universe.
Man.
Yes.
I had all those toys.
Oh, yeah. I watched the
had
toys
the
that made us
castle-
the other day, finally.
I had the Castle of
Fantastic
Grayskull.
episode.
I had that
Hell
shit
yeah.
with a little sticker of a monster.
Oh, and we're old as fuck, but you had the Castle of Grayskull. The shit came out in like 83.
Okay, first of all,
Okay.
I wasn't talking about pro whatever the fuck.
Pro
cartoon.
Stars. Stars.
Yeah. That's probably when Wayne Gretzky was 13 years old and still amazing at hockey.
No, it's when he was playing hockey.
He's still better.
It was
Why
a
do you
joke.
get
It
so
was
close
a
to
joke.
the mic? Why do you do that?
I do the same thing.
I can't hear myself when it's like this. It sounds like I'm. You get more resonance when you're up this close. Plus, I just like.
That's what she said.
Just like being this close, so I can kiss it.
All right, Matthew,
Okay,
you go.
you talk about He-Man. I'm going to move on.
Yeah, you're good.
As Saba mentioned, Thundercats.
Yes.
Thundercats. I literally ran home to watch this show
Yep.
every afternoon after public school. What I found to be interesting.
PS 137 in the house.
278.
279.
279.
PS 278 in the house.
279.
Where Brooklyn at?
As
Or
opposed
Herman
to
Schreiber.
private school.
PS 279. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house.
Let's go.
We'll put that same
Every
on
script of the Thundercats had to be approved by a psychologist, a staff psychologist, to make sure
we could take it.
to make sure that there was a value and a moral
And there was.
meaning
Huh.
in every
Every episode.
episode.
Okay.
Like
This is
G.I.
why
Joe.
we are the men that we are.
Nah. G.I. Joe had the little, and now you know. And
Go
no,
brush your
and-
teeth.
Yeah,
Go brush your
that's
teeth.
right.
Yeah. Don't bathe with a fan beside you.
Brush your teeth for 2 minutes.
Don't play with down power lines.
Don't touch that needle on the ground. Now I know.
Thank you, G.I. Joe.
Keep breathing.
I want Cat Slayer. So if anybody can get that for me, let's do that.
It's probably on
that
Amazon
shit right
for
now.
about $9,000.
It's about $500. I seen used ones for like $500. I saw a brand new one for a couple of grand.
Maybe get Rick and Ian on that.
Signed by Lionel. Of course, Transformers. They were born in Japan. Optimus Prime's first name was Leader Convoy.
Did not know that.
Makes sense.
You don't need to.
Well, I mean, yeah, the convoy, yeah. But the convoy part makes sense.
Optimus Prime is so much better.
So much better.
So much better.
Stolen convoy.
And then they killed him. Which,
Transformers
to this
movie
day,
is
they say
heartbreaking.
that
And then
everybody
Hot Rod
says
took over.
everybody says that was such a
Rodulus
stupid
Prime.
decision
Is that
to
Hot
kill
Rod?
him.
Yeah. Heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking.
Still heartbreaking. I'm a grown ass man, and the shit still breaks my heart.
Screenshot.
Optimus. And as I mentioned in the previous cast, Peter Cullen is the voice of Optimus Prime, and he's been that voice forever. He's in all the new movies.
Yep.
He's in all the cartoons, like the animated shits.
Has anyone ever been Optimus Prime besides Peter Cullen?
No.
Good for him.
Yeah. I want to make so much money, like he's the dude
He
that's on
is
my
Optimus
voicemail.
Prime.
He's Optimus Prime.
He's Optimus Prime.
That's like my
He should
baby.
legally
My
change
baby
his name.
Mila Kunis is Meg Griffin. I like that.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about my girl.
Just wanted to name drop.
keep doing it, baby.
I'm going to go through quick animes. Fist of the North Star. Shout out to my boy Terrell is saying back in high school, let me borrow that VHS.
Yep.
And I took a sick day and watched Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, you need a sick day
To
after that
Cal. I did both at the same time. And it was before I smoked weed.
Big ups to Chiba.
It was still good. Obviously, Attack on Titan. High School of the Dead.
High School of the Dead, yes,
High
sir.
School of the, we spoke on that.
That was fucking phenomenal.
High School of the Dead used to be on Netflix. Really good.
It was really good.
Really, really
It was
good.
really good.
It's like Walking Dead,
Okay.
but anime
Okay.
That's cool.
and set in high school.
All right. But it's not on Netflix anymore?
Nah, I'm not entirely sure what it is. It's probably on Funimation or
Alright.
some other.
Because we've been waiting on the second season. And,
Oh, so it's only one season.
It's only
then.
one season.
Okay. I got to check that shit out. Did not know about this.
and honorable mention, Kill Bill, Oren Ishii.
Shit's so dope.
Oh,
So
I didn't even think of
fucking
that.
Yes, boy.
So good.
Yes, that little anime little insert they had there.
Yes.
She snipes the guy through the
The
fucking
brain.
limousine,
Yep.
straight through the brain.
Yep.
Yes.
When the dude fucking kicks the cigar after he, breaks the glass or whatever and lights the house on fire.
Yeah,
there's just
man,
so much good
that
shit
was a
in there.
really
You know that's
fucking,
Bill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got
All right,
it.
calm down.
I've seen the
I was
movie.
just a little fun fact. A little fun fact for our viewers out there. That's all. But that shit was dope.
No, it was dope.
Yeah.
It was
It's worth
actual-
mentioning.
It was
Yeah.
actually
me.
dope.
No,
Yeah.
definitely.
Definitely
Yeah. I mean,
dope.
especially where she stabs him and then
Through the bed? Through the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
That
then
was
the
dope.
drops
Yeah.
start coming. I'm like,
Yeah.
And then she was crying.
she
Yeah.
cried.
Dope.
She cried.
Dope.
All right.
Watch Kill Bill.
big ups to Tarantino.
Tarantino's pretty good.
Jerry, what we got?
Okay, let's see. I started out a long time ago, so one of my first favorite
You old
cartoons.
fuck.
I am old as shit. Okay, so one of my first cartoon favorites was Danger Mouse. Nickelodeon, Danger
Okay.
Mouse. It was Danger Mouse and then Banana Man.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I don't know Banana
I don't
Man.
remember either.
Well, I barely
We know
remember
Jordan.
Banana Man anyway, but Danger Mouse was the shit. It was Danger Mouse and Pinfold. They were fighting crime on a small scale, and they were fighting Baron Greenback.
And they were British.
And they were British, yes, they were. And then that takes me straight into the all-important Disney block that nobody fucking mentioned up here.
I mean, we're not
Yeah.
done yet. So
Am I just taking your shit?
No,
He
no,
meant,
you're
he
good,
meant,
good.
he meant nobody
You're up to speed
important.
by. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's like,
Is
fuck
DuckTales
you,
at the
dude.
top of that
got-
block?
Because I
Oh
don't
my
have
God.
the cool cover in front of my microphone. I don't know shit.
You have to mention DuckTales, Tailspin, Chip and Dale, Darkwing Duck. I went to
Tailspin? Did we say Tailspin?
yeah, oh yeah, Tailspin was
Yeah.
Tailspin was great. I was a captive audience at my daycare, and I would watch that shit every day, and it was great,
Daycare.
especially DuckTales. And I'm so glad that they redid it. They put it out again, DuckTales, and
Did
it's
they?
doing great.
What's it on? What's it on?
I mean, Disney Channel,
Okay.
Disney shit, but they got a lot of good people
is
on it
daily?
now. I don't think so daily, but
Didn't it used to be daily?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It
that's
came
5
out
nights a week.
daily.
Yeah.
But no, David Tennant of Doctor Who,
Yeah.
Kilgrave fame is Scrooge McDuck.
What?
And
I
let's
didn't know
see, we got
Homeboy from Community's in it too, right? Not Donald Glover. The
Danny Pudi.
yes. Yeah.
And
last name's
and your
Poot.
boy, oh shit, yes.
Is he related to me?
And your boy John Ralphio is in it. He's from 30 from Parks and Rec.
That is not the worst.
But DuckTales is great, and then that led me into Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Hells
Yeah.
yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
out. That was actually the first appearance of Firestar. She was on the cartoon before she was in the comics. And then let's see, we got Ren and Stimpy, all-time
God.
favorite. Ren and Stimpy
Jesus
was amazing.
Christ.
It let me know that cartoons could be gross and they could be good at the same time.
Yes.
I think it was Beavis and Butthead before Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it really was.
Agreed.
Ren and Stimpy, and then look, the next thing on my list, Beavis and Butthead.
Wouldn't you know it?
They came out with the
all
liquid
talked about
television
that before the
Eon
show.
Flux craze on MTV, and it was
Eon
amazing.
Flux. Not the movie.
Eon Flux.
Mike
was
Judge is a
awesome.
genius, even though he's he created something so stupid.
That was on MTV, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Dude,
Liquid
Eon
Television.
Flux
Liquid
was
television. I
fucking
was trying to think what the
awesome.
name was.
What was the
Yeah.
other guy? The Max?
Yeah, the Max was there, the Head,
Yeah.
all that
Yes.
stuff.
Yep.
It was amazing time.
Liquid Television.
Jump into old school anime. I was a big fan of the Gundam series, especially Gundam Wing.
Gundam Wing.
Yes.
Gundam Wing was amazing.
What was your favorite one?
Epion.
Death Scythe, boy.
Epion was the bad
Yeah.
guys. The
I was
bad
gonna
guys
throw out a
Gundam
name.
Yeah.
that would drive you crazy if you flew it too long.
Was Optimus Prime there?
Get out of here. Get out of here. We're having a conversation.
And then let's see.
I guess we weren't.
No, we weren't.
He's ready to move on.
I'm
You
kidding.
can't
Same.
mention good old anime without Ninja Scroll.
You can't.
Motherfucker.
And that's how he transitions into you cheap
Oh, yeah.
bastard.
I'll just move right
Nobody
past
said Akira.
Ninja Scroll.
I thought
I
we already
figured
talked
you
about
were going to
Akira.
say Akira.
Did I not talk about Akira last
You
time?
didn't at all.
All right, I've got notes on Akira. Look, I'm gonna let you,
You
finish.
talked about Akira
I'm gonna let you
from Ready,
finish.
on Ready Player One.
There we go.
I'm going to let you
Yes, I
finish.
did.
This is the greatest shit of all
Attention,
time.
everyone! Attention, everyone! Akira was great. It was made in 1988, and it was fan fucking tastic.
One anime that I will never forget though was one day I saw this anime and I was like, wait, I've never seen this before. Holy shit, this music is amazing. What the hell is this? Guess what? It was Interstellar 5555, which was an anime production of Daft Punk's Discovery album.
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
And so basically the entire album, they made an anime of the entire album that you can just play. Start the album and it syncs up. Well, it plays and it syncs up and it's the
like-
entire album. It's
like,
amazing.
Like Dark Side Oz.
It really a little bit.
Stretch.
But I saw that and I couldn't believe that it was they made an entire movie from their album and they used the best anime talents that they had at the time, and it runs just like a movie. It's amazing.
You know what was bad?
What?
The Animatrix. I hated every second of that. I just thought I should say something.
You know what else was bad?
What?
Batman Ninja.
Did
Can we
you?
talk
Oh
about
man, I didn't see it. No, I was gonna.
Oh.
Thank God I didn't waste my mother's fucking money.
It says failed to connect.
Man, it was
So it's
so
not that
fucking
good, huh?
weird, man. Like there were Transformers in it. That
What?
it didn't. It just didn't make. It,
I mean,
Did Bruce Wayne pay for the Transformers?
Or did
no,
he build them himself?
He didn't have any Transformers. It was the bad guys who had Transformers.
How was the Joker?
oh,
released
they
in
weren't
that?
like real Transformers. Like Megatron wasn't
No.
in it, or Soundscreen.
No.
They were like robots that shifted.
Good,
shit.
so
that-
they were GoBots.
They were
That's
GoBots.
what it
yes,
is.
yes, go on.
The
That
GoBot
would've been
version of
like
anime.
10,000
The
foot view.
scooter.
Like
The
if
scooter
you were
one.
like, if I could bring you a cartoon where Batman is a ninja and there's Transformers in it, would you like that? Is that something you would be interested in? Absolutely.
Entourage.
That would be something I would be interested in.
Yeah, what's that, Bob?
As a person who
Bob
likes,
Ryan.
Bob Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a person who's very into gimmicks.
then you will enjoy Batman
Like
Ninja.
I said, we will.
He's still upset.
Oh, I know. And I can't
so
wait for
upset.
round 2. This dude's going to be
for
in the
those of you
library.
who have
like, he's
not-
literally going to go to the library and take notes and do all kinds
Oh,
of
Seba,
shit.
I'm coming
He's gonna
for
come
you.
with a fucking PowerPoint
I'm
presentation.
coming for you,
For
Seba.
those of you who have not
I'm
listened
coming hard.
to our episode where we discussed PUBG and Fortnite, Jordan is still bitter.
It was not a wash.
Yeah, because Behern felt fucking sorry for
So
him.
go, Behern, go, Behern, go. Go, Behern, go, Behern, go. Go, Behern, go, Behern, go.
Are we doing the Go Ninja? Go Ninja?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, who did not
Like,
mention
how
Teenage
did we
Mutant Ninja
not
Turtles?
mention Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is a great segue over to me, because that
for
one.
you. I like
Yeah,
that.
Because
kinda
Shia
worked out
LaBeouf fucked it up for everyone. And I didn't mean to say Shia LaBeouf. I meant to say Megan Fox fucked it up for everybody. I was just thinking of his sexy ass. You know what I'm talking about?
As he said that, I'm like,
What is
I know he
happening?
fucked up the Transformers movies, but he was.
I
in
wish
the
y'all
Ninja
could have
Turtles.
seen.
Fucked up the turtles too.
I wish y'all could have seen the faces that they just gave.
Actually,
me.
they probably can. We got to get these videos in soon.
for real.
So of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles changed the whole fucking game up. I mean, it's
I had all those toys
What?
too.
Are
What
you?
are you looking
Did
at?
you actually
Yeah.
have Teenage Mutant Ninja
I
Turtles?
had the van.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the van.
Was there like a helicopter?
The little
too?
pizza shooter.
Helicopter.
There was a
Like I
blimp.
had
What the-
pizza shooter.
There was
Yeah.
a blimp.
Like, what kind
a
of
pizza
helicopter
I
shooter.
feel like I had a lot of
Everything shot pizza though. That was the best.
Wasn't there like a sewer
But they
layer
love
or
pizza so
whatever?
much. Why were they shooting it as a weapon?
Pizza was
What's
already
the
so
big shit? The
delicious.
Technodrome?
It was the stale
Yes,
pizzas.
Yes, the Technodrome.
right.
It was the ones that made it there 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Right.
Not only is pizza
They're
delicious
biological
in
weapons.
general, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just took it to a whole nother game. I can't tell if Papa John's and pizza was like, listen, we just need you to keep pumping this shit out. But
The name
Our
alone.
sales have never
the
been
name
bigger.
alone.
yeah,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Exactly.
Who wants to
It-
say
it
all of
just
that?
worked.
It was
I
a
will say all
room.
of
It
that
was a
every
room
time.
full of 18 people, and they were like, first 4 words, go. And that's how it came apart.
Is it?
Yeah, look it up. I'm dead serious.
So you're saying
Look
they
it
need
up.
to be young?
You've been a part of some brainstorms, huh?
Look it up.
Okay.
Have you not?
Look it up.
No.
First 5
Look
words.
it up.
Let's do it right now.
I don't need to look it up. I was there.
No, let's do it right now.
Pop. I knew that was gonna fuck you up.
Pants.
Pants.
Doo doo.
All right. Are you?
People are waving at us. We got fans out.
I don't- I don't-
All right, so
Hey,
so I-
stop banging on the glass out there. Stop banging on the
Who is
glass.
that guy?
I am not an animal.
So Ninja Turtles, but I am going to take it back old school because, my pops, he's old school, obviously. So I grew up watching shit like Gigantor and Speed Racer because that's what he
Speed
watched.
Racer.
Speed Racer, the original shit.
Oh, we have to get out of this
LaBeouf did
situation.
not
Ha.
fuck that up. That was Emil
that
Hirsch.
was Emil Hirsch,
But they're kind of the same guy, right?
pretty much.
Except Shia's just
So big
crazy.
shout out to Pop Dukes on that Gigantor Speed
Pop
Racer.
Dukes.
But of course, we touched on Thundercats on there. To me, what surprised me, it seemed like our childhood, like these shows were on for years upon years upon years.
Really
but a lot of them
Wasn't John
weren't.
Goodman in Speed Racer? Was he the dad?
I immediately blocked that movie out after I
Yeah,
watched
I
it.
couldn't
movie?
I
get
drank
through
it
all.
away.
Dude, if you didn't watch it on like some kind of psychedelics, I mean, it was
Right.
not good.
No, it was
Which
all
I did, so
terrible.
I thought it was amazing.
Top three. Top three.
Right, but that's what kind of surprised me the most is growing up, you think that these shows were 7 to fucking 10 years long.
They've
but
always
Thundercats,
been on.
Yeah, they've always been on and a lot of reruns. But Thundercats, we got 4 years out of it, 85
yeah,
to
but
89.
there was 65 episodes per
True.
season.
That's another
True.
thing, yeah.
True,
Because they made a movie and they broke it up into 4 parts.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Which I just found out they started counting that. Just found out this episode. So I mean, it still shocked me. Like He-Man was literally 2 seasons, 83 to 85, but a shit ton of episodes.
And a shit ton of villains. Like
Yeah.
they just started pumping
Yeah.
out toys.
I am
If
not
you
nice.
saw the
Yeah.
they started making the toys before they even made the show.
Exactly. So that was one of the major selling points for He-Man was when they were trying to sell it.
They were like,
"Oh,
what
we're
are we
going
gonna
to
do
come
with
out
this?"
with a show for it."
We got to
People were
feature
like,
this
"Oh."
bee guy that we made.
Hasbro.
Yeah.
No, that's Mattel.
Yeah.
What did I say?
That was Mattel. Hasbro.
I'm pretty sure I said Mattel, but that's fine. Whatever you guys want to say.
Hasbro's Transformers.
And then I'm surprised nobody else brought this up.
Power
Voltron.
Rangers?
Voltron. Oh no, we're not
Voltron.
talking about Power Rangers. That'll be for another
That-
episode.
I didn't
can we
watch
consider
Voltron.
that anime?
Power Rangers?
No,
No,
Voltron, I consider anime.
consider it anime.
Voltron is definitely anime.
It's both. To me, it is both. I mean, it was
But I
just
didn't watch it.
fantastic.
One of the originators that made it
I
over
watched
here, and we
Transformers.
love.
Yep.
I'm more of a Transformers guy.
I got
Same.
you.
And-
Transformers, of course.
The Voltron that we love is the second Voltron.
Yes.
The Lions.
Yes.
Is the second Voltron.
That is true.
The first
That
one
is
was
true.
cars and helicopters and shit.
I did really love Power Rangers, though. And I'm glad you brought
All right,
that
we're gonna. I'm shutting that down right now. We will save that for another one. As far as and then DuckTales, of course, you brought up. You know, '90s shit. Just real quick, of course, Simpsons, Rugrats, Animaniacs. I'm surprised nobody brought that up.
Are you?
The what?
Hello, nurse.
Am I what?
Are you surprised about that? No one brought that up?
What, Animaniacs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of am.
Animaniacs kind of changed his game, though.
Yeah, but well, that's because they snuck shit in there. That was like they snuck shit in there. Fingerprints? You remember that episode?
No.
She he was like
I
look
was
for,
gonna be like,
he was
yes.
like look for look for Prince,
Uh-huh.
Dot got Prince the artist
or
the artist
What?
known as Prince.
I remember that
listen,
fucking
No, I
episode.
do.
She has Prince in her arms. She says, "I found Prince," and he goes, "No, fingerprints." And she was like, she looked at him and said, "I don't think so."
Holy shit!
Fingerprints.
I get it. I get it.
We didn't need the hand
Again,
gesture.
for video.
I think I need to go back and rewatch Animaniacs.
I know, right?
Fingerprints.
Yeah. And then, you know, Batman animated series changed the game up, too.
Yes.
To me, it was fantastic. Introduction for Harley Quinn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck, I believe you brought up. X-Men, fantastic cartoon. Currently, you know, my shit's definitely Bob's Burgers. Love the hell out of that show.
Yeah, we know.
Oh my God.
Your social media fucking shows how much you like.
Hey, it's a good show. It's funny as shit.
Tina.
So a couple of fun facts about Bob's Burgers. So obviously, you know, a lot of these cartoons, people aren't recording it at the same time. They're doing it just kind of in their locations, this, that, and the other. He actually prefers that they
Wait,
record.
that's an option for us?
Oh my God!
I could be doing this from home?
I don't have to
Just
see
send
you, ugly folks.
Oh!
Cut it out.
I mean, Jesus, we're not monsters.
Fuck, where was I? All right, so record episodes together. Tina was actually supposed to be a boy named Daniel, and Fox went back to him and was like, listen, I don't think it's going to work. We need to have another girl in there. And
We don't need a socially awkward boy.
right. So the guy, I forget his name, that plays that role, he was like, well, shit, I'm fired from the show. And they're like, no, you're still going to play Tina with the same voice because it's going to work out fantastic. And then
Her twerking is hilarious.
John Roberts, Linda, yes, it is. Linda, John Roberts, is the only person that actually changes his voice for the show. Everybody else uses their normal voice, but John Roberts is the only one that actually changes it up for Linda.
Oh, my face.
Are we still talking about Bob's Burgers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was doing the little fun facts.
I thought we had moved on from that. I'm sorry. I must have lost it.
No, that was my fault, probably.
It was, and that's it. That's it for me. Oh, fuck, I didn't go over. Well, Voltron's pretty much anime. We're good on that. You already said
That's
Ninja
your
Scroll.
cover. That's your coverage of.
That's
anime.
my coverage of anime.
Want to take the opportunity to shout out one of our sponsors, Jeff Beal, who specializes in consulting, design, and project management of any project, specializing in automation systems. For Jeff, guys, no job is too big or too small. Find Jeff on Instagram at GEOFF_pronounced_JEFF.
Well, Mizz Quinn, thank you so much for joining us today. I know we've been trying to get you on for a little while. Can you just give us a little bit of a backstory as far as, I know you did the blog on the site. Yeah, go ahead and move the glove. But, you know, a little backstory on what you got going on as far as your Harley Quinn cosplays and, you know, the cons going on down there in Brazil.
Well, first of all, I'm really happy to join you guys finally. I've been looking forward to it. And I've been playing Harley Quinn for about a year now.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got bigger and bigger. I never thought it would get so big. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. So just recently, last weekend, I did a photo shoot with the World Cup theme.
Wow.
Brazil, yes.
That's
I
awesome.
did.
How did you get that opportunity to do the photo op with them?
How did I get the opportunity to do this photo shoot?
Yeah, with the World Cup team.
You know, it wasn't with the World Cup team, with the theme. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
It's
It's
still awesome.
Yeah, it's still good.
Still very amazing.
Yay. So I actually went to a very cool place here in my city. I live in São Paulo, which is the biggest city in Brazil.
Okay.
And there is a place called Batman's Alley. That's literally the name of it, Batman's Alley. It has a lot of graffiti walls. It's a very cool cultural place here. There's people dancing, people doing graffiti, people taking photos. It's awesome. Good vibes.
It sounds great.
I like that.
That is fantastic. Yeah. Awesome. And that was the last shoot you did, right? Do you have any more shoots coming up as far as, I know you did the princess theme with the Harley Quinn, but do you have any other kind of like mixed mashup themes coming up?
Yeah, well, we have some things on sleeve coming for the end of July, beginning of August, probably, because next week I'm going on a 2-week surf trip.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we've seen some of the pictures. So how long have you been surfing?
I've been surfing for about 2 years, and it really comes naturally. People say, you look like a mermaid, and I'm like, I'm more like a Sharknado.
I love it. That's great. That is great. So, the show that we're going to have you on for this one, we're going to be talking about cartoons. So you want to tell us a little bit about some of your favorite cartoons, whether old school, new school, just that way we get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, well, I love Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo-Doo.
There you go.
Really like it. I would love to cosplay Daphne one day, maybe.
Okay.
And
yes. Everyone here is excited.
Yeah, I like that.
Do that.
So I really like the very old Scooby-Doo that they used to run in Cartoon Network, like the very old one,
70s.
even kind of messed up,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like that version.
Nice.
So I have that. I really like Doug. We have Doug Funny.
Doug Funny.
Yes. Who was he? Captain Quail?
Quail Man.
Quail Man. Yes.
Had for a long time that song. I really like that one.
Now it's going to be in my head for the rest of the day.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, mine too. I really like that one. There is I think it's from Europe, Adventures of Tintin.
Yeah.
That is Belgian. Belgian
made a movie
cartoon.
about it.
They made a movie about it, a 3D movie. It's on Netflix right now. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, it is.
It's awesome, but the cartoon is even better. Like very good. Like a thriller, the history. And recently, I love Totally Spies. I'd love to cosplay that one too.
All right.
Saba knows exactly what you're talking about.
That's one of
Saba's
big smile from Saba
Totally
from
fine.
that one.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys got any questions?
Awesome.
I'm good.
Gotcha. So as far as like what you have coming up as far as photo shoots, anything new, that we have coming up, or Comic-Cons you're going to be attending in the next couple months or so?
Well, there is an event coming up here in my city that's called Anime Friends.
Okay.
And it's a 4-day con. It's a geek event, so there is room for cosplaying too.
Okay.
But the last day of the event is the day I'm coming back from my surf trip. So I'll try to attend to that event, but I don't know how messed up I'll come back from the surf trip.
Sharknado over here. Oh my goodness. So where is your surf trip taking you?
I don't know how hard the Sharknado will go.
Right. So where are you going for your surf trip?
Well, I'm going on one of the hottest surf spots here in Brazil.
Okay.
It's on the south part of a state called Bahia.
Okay.
The name of the city is Itacaré. In there, it has one of the top 10 most beautiful beaches here in Brazil, and a lot of surfing going on. So even surf competitions.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's definitely a very hot spot. I'll be sharing on my stories a lot about it, because I really like to share a bit of Brazil with the rest of the world, so people can get to know it a little bit better.
We love that.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there any chance that, you talked about Batman Alley, you talked about the graffiti and those types of things. Is there any chance that you could take some pictures and get those to us? I think that would be something that's really cool. We could accompany it with the interview and just kind of post it on our social media.
Sorry, I lost the last part because the audio is a bit low.
So images of the Batman Alley, the graffiti. Can you take some of those and send them to us?
Well, sure, but I don't know when I'm gonna be there.
Sure. No,
then
we
on that
understand. We understand. It's just something that I think it sounds really cool, and I'd like to see it.
I just wish there were a place called Batman Alley somewhere around here, so
Yeah.
we just like hang out there all the time.
Exactly.
Just to have that. That's so cool. By the way, a little bit of Gotham City here in the
Ah, nice.
that.
That's awesome.
Gotham City, doesn't it?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today, and have fun on your surf trip. Be safe. We want
Yeah,
you coming
really.
coming back on the show. So take it easy on the
Thank-
Sharknado-ish.
I like your face. Bring it back. Bring it back
Yes,
just
yes.
like that.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to
Guys,
the next
thank you
post
so
too.
much for having me. And thanks so much for the patience to understand me, because English is not my first
No,
language.
you did great.
Trust
you
me,
did
trust
you
me.
did great.
Fantastic.
Trust me,
Great
it
job.
is exactly what we wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent.
So-
All right, can't wait to have you back. Ciao.
From Brazil.
Bye.
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 I love you.
Take two.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Multi Pop
his
Troll.
nose on
This is Doodoo Brown, and speaking for everyone who is still yelling in my ear, thank you all for listening. Hope you guys follow us on Instagram, SoundCloud, soon to be iTunes, Facebook, Multi Pop Troll.
At multi pop
TURAL.
MultiPopTural. For those of you who can't read or spell.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.
All right.
Yes! Yeah! Victory!
And anger management? Fuck anger management.
I'd like to take the opportunity to shout out another one of our sponsors, Bowles Tavern, located in downtown Winston-Salem. They have 24 taps, classic cocktail lists, and great bourbon selections. Live music, 4 nights a week, and Sunday Fun Day home spot with Bloody Mary and Mimosa Bar. Guys, check out Bowles Tavern in Winston.